Hey, happy Tuesday. Tonight, I am going to continue playing through Adventure Games The Dungeon. Yes, this is the adventure book here that has been thwarting us as we try to escape the dungeon. So, come on in, pull up a chair. The Daily Dope is in the air. Howdy, gang. Yes, I'm Jeff McAleer, back once again as your host here at The Daily Dope, presented by thegaminggang.com, which I happen to be the Grand Poobah. That's right, I am the founder and editor-in-chief of The Gaming Gang. So, I do want to point out the quick open there. This is actually part 4 of my live playthrough of Adventure Games The Dungeon, not part 3. I forgot to do a little piece there and plug that in. Oops. It's no big deal. It's all right. Anyway, welcome aboard. Tonight is Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. This is episode 470 of The Daily Dope. This is your first time tuning in. Just let me point out, it's very, very casual. This is not rocket surgery by any stretch of the imagination. Normally, I share tabletop gaming news and talk a little pop culture, but do want to point out with this pandemic going on, there isn't a whole lot of tabletop gaming news out there. So just kind of kick back, blow off steam. Been doing some live playthroughs, doing some unboxings, probably toss in a review here or there along the way as well. So do want to point out, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. If you do, don't forget, ring that little bell, because it will not only notify you when the Daily Dope streams live, Monday through Thursday nights, right here on YouTube, it'll also tell you when I upload standalone videos as well. And of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to swing by thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. You want to point out there is a lot of stuff cooking over at the Gaming Gang right now. A lot of freebies, a lot of links to some big specials. Got a lot of Dungeons and Dragons free downloads for those out there who are staying at home and playing at home, like I am about to once again tonight. So be sure to check it out. A lot of good stuff. Also gonna have a contest for those of you out there who are looking forward to the Cubicle 7 edition of Warhammer 40k Wrath and Glory, that role-playing game, the new kind of revamped, restyled, that's going to release in PDF this week. I am going to run a contest to give away a couple of copies in PDF. So stay tuned. That will be a Twitter contest. So kind of give you a hint. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have it where you have to retweet my contest tweet, and then you also toss out somebody's name who may have introduced you to the channel. And then I will choose one person who's brand new, one person who has recommended the Twitter channel, whatever, what have you, and those will be the 2 giveaways. Something a little different, right? All right, do want to point out, because this is a live stream, chat is available. It's not on screen. It's one of the ways I keep some of the more unusual commenters at bay. But I do my best to pay attention to chat. So if you want to say howdy, or maybe you've got a question or a comment, maybe there's something about the dungeon you'd like to toss out there, give me a hint, help me with some brain power out there, because I don't have a whole lot cooking here. Lend a hand, chime in. I will do my best to respond. Also, do want to point out, probably not going to wrap this up tonight. I think it's probably going to wrap up tomorrow night. So on Thursday's show, I will be reviewing Santa Monica from AEG. Then on Monday, I will page through and review City of Brass, which is from Frog God Games, and this is the Swords and Wizardry edition. So that will hang out to be pretty cool. All right, so we've got the Madman Flaming Huron and Sportsman Z hanging out in chat. Good to see everybody. Thanks for popping in to keep me company. So let's see. So Flaming Huron's asking how my Call of Cthulhu stream went. Didn't start it yet. Did not get it started. We do have Elliot's character is ready. My nephew Cameron's character is done. We have to roll up a character for Cameron's girlfriend Lexi. And then after that, Elliot's son Brian is actually going to join the campaign, but not the first adventure, because I already got that all kind of plotted out, planned out. I will point out I am going to run a classic beginner adventure for Call of Cthulhu. And when I say classic, I mean super classic. So, Kabuki Kid is in chat. Good to see you, Double K. Thanks for popping in. All right, so without further ado, let's jump on in. Well, actually, I should point out one thing. Last night's show was just, I don't want to say a disaster, but it was crazy. First of all, I started a half hour late because I think it was a Windows update. Totally screwed up how my cameras are set up. So when I brought up my program that I streamed through, cameras weren't being recognized. In fact, it was saying, oh, these cameras are being used by another device. And it's like, I'm not using another device. It's like, what? And then for some strange reason, all my filters for my audio disappeared. So, of course, I am in the Duct Tape Studios, where it tends to be below the house, if you know what I mean. So the furnace is down here, and it's been cold. We had snow today. Just some flurries. It didn't really stick. And of course, it was cold yesterday, and the furnace kept kicking on, and you could actually hear the furnace on last night's show, which my filters, you never hear the furnace. So very, very strange. So, all right, and we've got NY Deloth popping into chat, asking, is that the PR banner? I'm not sure what, yeah, it's public relations, right? So yes, and Kabuki Kid saying, yeah, updates cause chaos sometimes. Not like this one. This was the weirdest so far, really. Normally what happens is it'll do an update and then I have to recalibrate the audio because the audio ends up out of sync. That's usually what happens. Not the cameras suddenly not being recognized. But I got to the bottom of it, obviously enough. So there is the furnace kicking in. So I'm gonna not say anything, just go. And I wonder if anybody hears that it's kind of a rumbling. Now, my output that I see for the microphone's not showing anything. So, PR banner hanging from no, this is Stars and Stripes Forever. So, talking about Puerto Rico. No, that is not. It is, it's actually hanging back right behind me. It's a 4th of July decoration that I just leave up all the time because it's right over there by all the war games and stuff. All right, let's jump on into the game because we've been slowly moving along through this. So let's switch on over to the other camera. And NY Deloth, taking a guess at that. Thanks for joining us in chat. I believe this is the first time you have popped in. I think it is. All right. So, as I mentioned, we are going to be jumping on into Adventure Games, The Dungeon from KOSMOS Games. Designed by Phil Walker Harding and Matthew Dunstan, with artwork and graphic design provided by Martin Hoffman. Game is for 1 to 4 players ages 12 and up. Plays out in 3 90-minute chapters, which is about right, I think, so far. We're on chapter 2. This is available right now. It does carry an MSRP of $19.95. There is one other adventure, Monochrome Ink, that is available. I am not going to do a live playthrough of that. And then the Volcanic Isle, or Volcanic Island, is the next one that's coming out as well. So Flaming Heron says, well, only because I said it about the furnace. Flaming Heron is saying, yeah, they can kind of hear it. I don't know. I'll have to mess around because it's what's called a noise gate. It's supposed to knock that down. Yeah, my output doesn't show anything, so I don't know. Of course, when I'm talking, you might hear a little bit because, obviously enough, it's like you have to hear me talking, so of course that's in the background. You usually don't catch too much of that. But as you can see, just by the way I'm dressed, it is chilly again. We're going to be like in the 20s tonight. Don't know. All right, so recap real quick. So this is kind of like a medieval period. This is a fantasy location because there is some beast, some creature that we have encountered. So as we began the game, just kind of had a feeling, well, maybe this is kind of medieval sort of setting, but there we have run across some potions, and we do have this monster who is blocking our path. So we have opened up a few more rooms. We are on the second chapter. We are trying to find our friend Berengar. I have Okoro the strong and Haruka the skilled. So those are the two characters that we've got. Honestly, I should have used 4 because our health is kind of low on these. So Flaming Heron's asking, so wondering how long the board stays like this. Things do change as we are playing. So this originally, these are some of the rooms that we've actually discarded. So originally we arrived and this was like that. Then we unlocked the locks. We had these bronze keys and we got this. And then when we unlocked the drawbridge, we dropped it. This is what we got there. So this is our exit. This is how we're going to get away. It's just now we have found out that our friend Berengar had been captured by whoever these baddies are. Now most of the guards have run off, mainly I think because of the beast, and we have to figure out a way to defeat the beast because we cannot explore anything. See, we got those numbers there. Can't explore anything in there while the beast is there. We have to defeat the beast. So there's something we're gonna have to find. So there are a few things that we have not done yet. So we're still trying to figure out how are we gonna break open this box that does not have a keyhole. There's something shiny down here, but we're unable, we don't have anything long enough to try to get out of there. And this lever here is stuck. So I am thinking we're gonna move. Oh, this is a prisoner, an escaped prisoner who we can buy some things from. There's only, I think, a couple of things left we can buy from him. These are prisoners that were locked in here. We melted this lock here, so we actually have that prisoner, Monty the Miner, as part of our group. So it says this adventure card cannot be combined with any other adventure card, but he can still be useful in another way. So I don't know, we'll find out. It's probably going to be something where it's like, oh, if you have card 74, then go to this, which we should probably take a look at again, because I could have sworn we had some 70s like over here. I don't know, we'll find out. So we've got, this is our stuff. We found a bunch of different things. So all right, let's Flaming Heron was saying I was more commenting on the neatness of the board, everything in its place and not out of line. Well, I had to recap anyway for people who weren't watching yesterday, Flaming Heron. Jeez. Yeah, I usually try to keep things fairly neat. I'm sure I'm gonna have to either zoom a little further out, or I don't know, squeeze things in a little bit, because we still have some room cards here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to move back to this room here, and of course, anyone following along, chime in if you want to lend a hand, or if you have an idea or something like that. I know Flaming Heron had a good idea that was after the fact, which I didn't think of. Could have saved me some wounds. But we do have a can of oil. So I think we're going to try to use this can of oil on this lever that's stuck. So we've got our handy dandy adventure book. So we're going to look at 29605. See what we might get here. A few drops of oil really can work wonders sometimes. Oh, cool. Okay. You can finally move the lever and pull down on it. You hear a scraping noise to your left, and when you follow the sound with your eyes, you see that a stone in the floor is moving away to reveal a secret passage. You curiously descend the steps. Hey, wait a second, man. That's bad game mastering. You never tell players what they're doing. Return adventure card 29 to the box. Well, there goes our oil. Only got one little squirt out of it. Take room card I. Place it below room card C. Well, there we go. I just said I'm going to have to move stuff around. Bingo. Now we're going to move. Push this up a little bit. Move this up a little bit. Well, we won't be hitting the beast for a while, I'm sure. So we'll just kind of move those up. And I. Here's I. Ooh, it's like a mine shaft. Hey, maybe this is where Monty the Miner's gonna come into play. Maybe. We'll find out. We shall see. Alright, so I'm taking a guess we're probably gonna have to read I. Yep, okay, so we're down here. I keep saying this. I find this game pretty fun. Thing I'm gonna I like is I'm gonna give this to. I'm probably gonna give it to my nephew Cameron. I was thinking maybe give it to Elliot, my best friend Elliot. He's got so many different games. But or maybe I'll just give it to Cameron and say, hey, you guys should play this, get it back, and then give it to Elliot. Because the cool thing about this is, unlike the exit games, you're not cutting stuff up, you're not tearing things, you're not crumpling things up or anything like that. So you can replay this. So Flaming Heron says, all good, Jeff. I watched it myself since I was out doing my shopping for toilet paper and the rest. Hopefully you were able to find toilet paper. I was also out shopping today. I have tried not to be out and about too much, but yes, I did some shopping myself. The secret passageway leads to a mine beneath the castle. The rubble littering the area suggests that digging took place here until just recently. 3 large shafts lead further into the depths. 203, 303, 403. There's also a notice hanging from a beam, 503. All right, let's send the skilled to go look at that notice. That's 503. The message hangs from one of the supporting beams, clearly visible. Mine excavation in progress. Whoever fails to meet the targets will be severely punished. Okay, so let's take a look at 203. Send the strong guy, the Koro. The shaft nearest to you seems to be very deep and disappears into darkness. You bend down to take a closer look. Does anyone have adventure card 74? Why, yes, we do. That's Monty the Miner. If so, then read entry 344. All right, what's Monty's gonna fall to his death? When you look into the shaft, you hear Monty behind you. If there's one thing I know about, it's mines. So listen to me very carefully. We dug 3 tunnels for the League of Guardians. Tunnel 203 is very dangerous, so stay away from there. We found a few interesting artifacts in Tunnel 303. I don't know whether there's still anything there, though. The League was most interested in Tunnel 403. Nobody ever told us about where it actually leads or what they found there. Do you still want to explore Tunnel 203? Nah, I think we'll put that on the back burner for right now. But let's take a look at 303. Because they had found some stuff. Well, he's still over there. It's her move. The bottom of the second shaft is just a few steps below you. Who knows, maybe you'll find something interesting among all the rubble and debris covering the floor. Carefully, you climb down and start to dig with your bare hands. Take adventure card 33. All right, what are we getting for card 33? Let's see what we got. A powder box. Okay. There's an inscription on the box. Some letters are worn out and illegible. Makes visible what has been hidden. So I'm going to take a guess. It says makes visible what has been hidden. So that's going to go with our goodies. All right, so it's asking, do we want to continue digging? Might as well. I'm sure it's going to be something bad happening to us. Let's see. 703. Okay, let's go to 703. After a while, you feel something cold and hard. Take adventure card 64. Does anyone have adventure card 75? No, because I think that's the other. That was the other prisoner who's over in this cell. So it says adventure card 64. Which gives us rose quartz. Yay! Gives us a couple of victory points at the end of the chapter. Pop that right in there. Okay, so do you want to keep digging? All right, let's keep digging. That's gonna collapse on us. 803. There must be more. You dig deeper and deeper until the rubble suddenly crumbles away beneath your fingers and drops into a hollow cavity. You're still staring at it when a greenish gas, oh great, begins to rise from inside. Breathing it in makes you cough and choke, then everything goes black. You come to a few minutes later. Most of the gas is now dispersed and you suck in fresh air. Well, as fresh as the air can be in the dungeon. All the players currently in the room lose 1 health. Okay, so Koro's gonna lose a health. He's down to 1. Although you can't die in this. So yes, Kabuki Kid mentioned they were excited to get some toilet paper last week. Yeah, some of my friends have been, thankfully, we were well stocked up before this even began. But I have to kind of chuckle a little bit because I've had some friends telling me about some pretty interesting toilet paper discoveries that made them very happy. Okay, so now let's move on to, so we were at 303. Let's go to 403. That is the one that nobody knows what was going on. The shaft furthest away from you is very steep and seems to lead deeper into the depths. You notice claw marks at its entrance. If you're really sure that you want to explore the shaft, then read entry 903. So I'm taking a stab here. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm taking a guess that maybe this beast creature was unleashed down below. And that's why the guards, I think the guards all ran off anyway. So they ran off because of this beast creature. So I'm thinking maybe that's where it was. So he's gone. So we'll find out. So where are we going, to 903? So Double K says, yeah, we shop at a warehouse club, so we always buy in bulk. I always say that even though it's only for 2 of us, it never goes bad. Yep, I'm the same way. That's how I look at a lot of stuff. When I see stuff on sale, I'm like, yeah, but you're always going to use this. Buy it. Like cat litter, for an example. It's like, not gonna go bad. All right, where are we going? 903? Watch, it's like there's a baby beast, and it kills us. You carefully clamber down, but hesitate when you see that the passageway at the bottom leads deeper underground. Take adventure card 84 and read it out loud. So not all of these adventure cards are actually items. Some of these are like attacks. So we were attacked by the prisoner who's up in this room here. She attacked us through the grate. Path into the deep. The path into the deep is hardly visible. You call to the others to discuss further actions. Place all characters on room card I. Who dares to descend? As soon as you agree on who will descend, read the corresponding entry. Then return this to the box. So we've got Akoru and we've got Haruka. I'm going to take a stab that this would probably require some strength. Let's go to 153. Maybe not. Jeez. Catching your foot on something, you stumble and fall head over heels. The momentum carries you further down the shaft. Below you, before I should say, you crash to the cold stone floor. Your whole body is covered in cuts and bruises. Lose 2 health points. Well, now he's down to nothing. But you can't die. These health points are basically just like victory points. So, yeah, the madman talking about how they were picking up some extra items to just in case. Yeah, well, you got to be smart as long as you're not like going crazy and hoarding stuff. But you know, there's nothing wrong with having some backup things. All right, so where are we going? We're going to 653. You reach the spectacular underground chamber. Take room card J. Well, we're gonna be pushing these up a little bit more because room J is gonna go under here. Place below room card I, then place your character figure on room card J and read entry J. Here's J. Ahaha, there's some stuff down there. Alright, so he's down there. Let's see what J tells us. The ceiling over the ivy-covered wall has collapsed, allowing in a little light from the mine. Like a well-lit mine, huh? Mm-hmm. At the chamber's center is a large stone tomb. A sacrificial bowl has been placed beside it. To the left, you can make out a crumbling statue, along with an intact statue and a heap of sand. Well, I guess we'll take a look at the heap of sand, because that looks... Let's yeah, we're not going to need that exit there for a while, so let's push that. So you can see what this is here. All right, so that's where we're at here. So taking a look at the sand, what do we got here? Get rid of that card. What was that? 408? Maybe there's something hidden in that heap of sand in the corner of the room. That's what I was thinking. That's why I'm going to look there. You dig almost to the bottom and actually do find something. Take adventure card 34. 34 is a shard of glass, which was part of the stained glass window. Which is upstairs, which for some strange reason it told us to get rid of before, so... I will actually take a look to see what this... We'll combine these two together. Just to see what it tells us. Okay. So that was that. Next, we've got a sacrificial bowl. Let's have him go look at 608. You see a message scrawled on the stone. Oh no, sorry, that was wrong. At the foot of the damaged statue was a little stone slab. When you knock on it, you realize that the cavity behind it must be hollow. Unfortunately, you can't see a way to open it. There's a little groove in the shape of a lightning bolt at the center of the stone slab, though. Which... doesn't that look like a lightning bolt? Aha. So yeah, Flaming Heron says, yeah, I think you brute forced that puzzle on the stairs by guessing the number. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, that's right. Well, we'll pop back over and I'll see what we get when we combine the shard of glass with the broken glass. All right, so we're going to use the ring, 19608. Hey, all right. The ring stone, hey, there we go, fits perfectly into the groove. With a soft click, it opens to reveal a gemstone. Return adventure card 19 to the box. Take adventure card 57. I was hoping it'd be something really good, like a weapon or something. It's just some victory points, sapphire. All right. Okay, so just for the heck of it, I'm going to look to see 34104. You carefully insert the shard of glass. Now we're actually at this location that's kind of off screen. This is the stained glass window I'm talking about that we found that piece to, which I guess we were supposed to make our way down this way. Who knows? You carefully insert the shard of glass into the stained glass window frame. It fits. You open the window a little and look at it against the light. In doing so, you notice that the blue sections shine particularly brightly. Return adventure card 34 to the box. Take adventure card 79, which I think we already discarded 79 in here. Yep, so it was there. Oh, now I see where we would have gotten it. 347. Right there. Okay. Alright, well. Alright, moving right along. So that was there. Let's go look at 508, which was that a mummy or something? Oh, a statue. You examine the large statue. Time has left its mark. Who knows how many centuries it's been standing here? The sculptor must have run out of ideas by the time he got to the head, though. Or out of time. Okay. So we also have 208. This is where I think that beast broke out of. I'm just guessing. You tiptoe over to the tomb at the center of the chamber. The lid has been removed, and you venture a peek inside. It's empty. The corpse, or whatever lay here, has been moved or stolen. You spot a few fragments of rock in one corner of the tomb, I guess.